On that? Well, we're idiots.
Oh, right.
Attention all passengers for Flight 1370. It looks like the plane is going to be delayed a little bit longer. The airline has lost the pilot's luggage. Isn't it time you got your pilot's license? Call Ocala Aviation today. 352-861-7484. That's 352-861-7484. Hey, you've earned it. Call today.
All right, 19 minutes after 10 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this morning. Earlier this morning, we had Veterans News, and the gentleman who hosted it today is Gary Pascal. And I don't know how many of you know, Gary was a chaplain in, I believe, in two branches of the military. I think the Navy was one, and was the Marines the other one, Robin?
Yes.
And he was saying that the post-traumatic stress disorder that he was diagnosed with actually doesn't come from combat, but it came from the hurricanes we had here in 2004 and 2005, and he responded to them, and the things he saw actually affected him. And it is one of those things where, you know, we used to call it battle fatigue, or what was the other one we used to call it? But whatever. I mean, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
And it's so hard for any of us who've never gone through that to even understand it. It's easier to see a missing limb than it is to understand what post-traumatic stress disorder is. Those who have gone through it, though, we've had several in the studio here. When I say went through it, I should have said those who have gone through therapy. And Gary's going through therapy right now, and that's 12 years. I mean, 12 years he's been dealing with this. And his therapy is in the form of horseback riding, and
he loves that.
He swears up and down that it is making a huge difference in his life. And we had a lady in here, and she was talking about her husband, how he became a totally different man after actually getting therapy. So there are things that work. We have somebody on the phone who has another idea of what could work for somebody with PTSD. Dr. Robert J. Blackman is on the phone. Dr. Blackman is the founder of the Front and Back Holistic Health Center. He is the first physician to treat combat veterans for PTSD. He's one of the first physicians to treat AIDS patients as well, by the way. And turns out, Robin,
Yes.
he's in addition to his book called The Antidote, which we're going to find out about, he's also a musician and a composer.
That is cool.
And the characters in his book, listen to this. Senor Don T. Rump and L. Don Hubbub. I like that. All of our Scientology friends are going, oh no.
Yes, I love it.
Oh,
That's
no.
great. Gotta learn to laugh.
all of our Trump supporters are going, oh no. I'm making fun of my man. Dr. Blackman, good morning, sir. How are you?
Morning. Great. How are you?
I'm good. Where are you calling from?
Southern California, Riverside.
All right. Well, thank you for being on the air early. It's like 10, 9, 8, 7, 7 o'clock there, right? 7:20?
Right. It's about 7:20 at this time.
Tell me about yourself. Did you suffer from PTSD? Doctor?
I don't think so. And I may, there was a time that I may have, especially when I was working with combat vets. When you're exposed to that, you can, and you're going through the trials and tribulations and the pain and suffering that combat vets are going through, it sometimes obviously will affect you. And in my own personal life, there were issues going on while I was treating them. So probably during that period of time, I was definitely exposed to post-traumatic stress disorder, and the other one is that you were thinking of was shell shock.
Thank you. Yeah.
That was World War II, but now, you know, it's changed and morphed into something far more dangerous to the individual in terms of their mind and body.
The more we learn about this, the more
I've since missed it because I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, and I'm sorry too. I think we're talking over one another. I think there's a delay in the phone, so I apologize for that. But I was just going to say, I think the more we hear about PTSD, the more we start to think maybe somebody in a car accident, maybe somebody who witnessed an accident, but something still horrible. Maybe even a hurricane, as Gary went through the hurricanes. Even if you weren't directly involved in it, if you're going to rescue people, you're seeing people who are dead, and you're seeing people who are like the Highway Patrol. They're always responding to accidents, and probably in the course of their careers, they see a lot of horrible things.
I think you're exactly right. It's the amount of, how long is the exposure and how traumatic it is. And when you see loss of life, when you see that kind of level of destruction, yes, you start to break down. And you really literally start to implode. And when you cave in like that, you're seeing things that you normally don't see on an everyday in your everyday world, that all changes. What appears to be normal, safe, and predictable suddenly evaporates, and you're faced with something far more sinister and painful. We're not used to that. Medicine's only reply is to medicate and kill what you feel, and that is definitely the wrong approach. When I worked with combat vets, I would get them after they were let out of these facilities where they were treating vets, but they were using psychotropic drugs, which is similar to antidepressants, would make them far worse.
And that is scary.
More suicidal. And you look at the suicide rate there. We're hearing about vets coming back from Iraq, and the numbers are staggering.
Yeah. No,
and in Vietnam, we lost 50,000 plus to suicide. That's more than we lost in Vietnam. It's crazy.
Yeah, it is. It is so sad.
It's crossed over. We have it in the workplace.
So what have you developed? What is the program that you have?
Well, mine is more of a holistic approach. It's like taking them out of the medical disease model, and you see the paradigm shift to really where is this coming from? What could be causing this? And make it a far more creative process. It's not just medicine. It's also about to able to innately understand what's causing your problem. Where is it coming from? And how do I turn it around? And we use posture. We use simple things: posture, breathing, rest. People live a life that's too hectic, too busy.
Let me ask you something. In the notes to prepare for this interview, you have something called the New Gym, GYM, and I wanted to ask you about, like, when people go to a gym and work out, and they do it by themselves, it's a whole different experience than when you're going and it's kind of like a social environment. Can you comment on that? Does one work better than the other as far as a therapy?
Well, when you go to a gym, there's treadmills, and there's that it's kind of that meat market environment where everybody's sort of, it's sort of everybody's watching, looking over your shoulder.
Right.
It's a very stressful environment. Most people in a gym are unfit. Now, the new gym, which I've developed, there are no treadmills, no spinning classes, no weights. It's about calming things down, unwinding, and doing how do I exercise the heart and brain? You see, how do I exercise from the inside out?
Okay, and I guess what I was trying to ask is, in your approach, do the people who do these things, are they in groups or are they all by themselves?
We do it both. We do individual, one-on-one, and we do groups where we do posture and movement and breathing, and make you that much more resilient and flexible. Because as we get older, we tend to lose that flexibility. We get more rigid, and mind gets more rigid, and the body gets more rigid. And we want to turn that around and come in with a much more holistic approach. And, you were saying, yes, I engage in a lot of things, whether it's music, the arts. I introduce that to you so you can expand on who and what you are. Redefine yourself. We can do that. You're not going to do that in a gym.
So
you're going to get on a treadmill. You're going to do step-ups. You're going to go do things that really don't make you healthier.
The book is called The Antidote. If somebody gets the book, will they be able to do this on their own?
No.
No, okay.
No, well, the book is an antidote in itself. The language is but to really learn the postures, the breathing, I call it restobics. Not aerobics, restobics. I show you how to be in the moment. It's meditative. It's healing. We don't kill pain here. We look at it and realize that it awakens who we are and what we are. We have to start listening. We tend to tune things out. If we're hurting, we'll tune it out, or we'll kill what we feel. Look at the world today, man. America is 5% of the world's population. We consume 50% of the prescription drugs.
That's crazy.
That's a conservative estimate. It's crazy.
Right.
We have to turn that around, and we're not doing. No one's addressing that. Medicine today is really, in a way, this is a radical statement, but in a way it is. It's domestic terrorism. Kill what you feel. That's crazy. 250,000 people die a year. The third greatest cause of death in America is medical mistakes.
Right. Doctor, I want to make sure that our listeners can benefit from what you are saying and from the book that you wrote. Direct us to a website. We've got about 40 seconds.
All right. The website, which is just about finished, we just started it, because New Gym is pretty new out there. We've created a whole new world here. It's called New Gym Chiro, CHIRO.com.
Okay, newgymchiro.com.
New Gym Chiro, CHIRO.com.
Okay.
It'll be up and running within the next 7 days.
All right, excellent. Well, we will.
The Antidote is available on Amazon, but it's a great read. It's fun. It's playful, like you brought up in your rights, and you're Don T. Rump, and he's building a wall between America and Mexico. Very funny. It's hilarious.
Dr. Robert Blackman, thank you so much for being on the air today. We'll take a break. Right back.
Fox News Radio, I'm Lillian Wu. President Obama closing out his visit to Laos with a shot at Donald Trump, who's often criticized his foreign policy. President at a news conference saying he believes the Republican is not qualified to be president.
I have confidence that if, in fact, people just listen to what he has to say and look at his track record or lack thereof, that they'll make a good decision.
Trump and Hillary Clinton both appeared at a national security forum in New York City last night. Today, he talks about education in Cleveland. Clinton heads to North Carolina, where she'll talk about plans to keep our nation safe. And former NFL quarterback Tim Tebow has a new offer.
The New York Mets offering Tim Tebow a minor league contract. Fox Sports' Ken Rosenthal reporting this story. And this is based on the fact that he can go play for the Fall League in Arizona or an instructional league. And maybe Tim Tebow works his way into Major League Baseball.
Fox Radio's Jared Max. Fox News, we report, you decide.
Psst. Hey, it's me, your car. No, it's not the voice of your car phone or your GPS that gives you driving directions. I'm sorry to interrupt your tunes, but we need to talk. Take a look around. I'm not the new car I used to be. The season's dirt and mud really did a number on my carpet here. And that iced coffee you spilled, that didn't help. And with the rain showers and all, I know it's going to be a real mud bath in here. So do me a favor and get a set of WeatherTech floor liners. Got it? Now, how about a wash and detail? What do you say?
WeatherTech floor liners and cargo liners keep your vehicle's carpet safe from spills and messes. Made of the highest quality materials and laser measured, WeatherTech floor liners are specifically designed for your vehicle. And they're made in America. If it could talk, your vehicle would thank you. Order yours today at WeatherTech.com or call 1-800-CarMats. WeatherTech. Complete protection, completely American made.
Ad Council.
There are only a few things in life that you can be certain will always be around: death, taxes, the pursuit of happiness, and computers. As they continue to advance at an epic pace, the one absolute certainty about them is that they'll break. It's not an if, it's a when. And when it happens, bring it to the only company in Ocala that's certified in Apple and Microsoft, Ocala Mac and PC Repair. They even offer on-site computer repair service, so they come to you. And if you do drop it off, you can check your repair status online. Ocala Mac and PC Repair is a family-owned and operated company that can do everything from mobile repair to wireless networks, fixing viruses, data recovery, even building and installing new systems. Visit online at ocalamacpc.com. In person, 1713 East Silver Springs Boulevard, or give them a call, 352-566-8324. That's 352-566-8324. Ocala Mac and PC Repair.
Hey, produce farmers, listen up. You know me. It's Nathan the Nematode, and I'm your biggest problem. That's because me and millions of my little friends are below ground right now, getting ready to feast on the roots of your crops. And we know you're having a hard time stopping us. So while you're searching for solutions, we're gorging on the season's harvest and
At approximately 4:25 p.m. today, Nathan the Nematode and millions of fellow nematodes were pronounced dead thanks to Magistine, a powerful yet worker-friendly bionematicide. Apply Magistine pre-plant or every 3 to 4 weeks right up to harvest to improve your crop. Magistine controls yield-robbing nematodes in soil pests to deliver stronger, healthier roots and robust yields. The effective, worker-friendly, and sustainable Magistine just might be a lifeline for your crops. Goodbye nematodes, hello Magistine. Get yours today. Visit goodbyenematodes.com or call your local supplier. That's goodbyenematodes.com.
Here's what you may have missed on the John Tesh Radio Show.
Your super minty toothpaste could be keeping you awake. Mint stimulates our alertness and energy, so consider brushing with something like baking soda. If your new date goes out of their way to show respect to you, yet argues with every receptionist and valet and restaurant server, that's a red flag for what's going to happen later with you. If you want to improve your cognitive function, take a walk in nature.
Intelligence for your life on the John Tesh Radio Show. Don't miss this stuff.
Looking to put your money to work? Florida Credit Union has a CD special, 25 months for 1.41% APY with a $10,000 minimum. Federally insured by the NCUA, a government agency. These rates effective through September 15th, subject to change at any time. Visit one of Florida Credit Union's convenient locations today or their website, flcu.org, or call 352-237-8222. Don't miss this 25-month CD special. Again, the APY is 1.41%. Act now.
The month-long celebration of America's favorite protein. That's coming up on This Land of Ours.
Hey, produce farmers, listen up. You know me. It's Nathan the Nematode, and I'm your biggest problem. That's because me and millions of my little friends are below ground right now, getting ready to feast on the roots of your crops. And we know you're having a hard time stopping us. So while you're searching for solutions, we're gorging on the season's harvest and
At approximately 4:25 p.m. today, Nathan the Nematode and millions of fellow nematodes were pronounced dead thanks to Magistine, a powerful yet worker-friendly bionematicide. Apply Magistine pre-plant or every 3 to 4 weeks right up to harvest to improve your crop. Magistine controls